Let's move on to the so-called Extinction Rebellion. I'm hoping maybe, Jack, that this might be a bit of a pivotal week in the life of this movement in Australia, at least, because they have been targeting the good people of Brisbane relentlessly over the past few months. Now they're going to take it national. Maybe it'll get a bit more attention, just how selfishly indulgent these protesters are being, inconveniencing other people to make their own political point.
Yeah, not only that, I think you just played a clip of one of the organisers directly spelling out that one of the purposes was to damage economic disruption, I think she phrased it.
She said, I think she wanted to say to economically destroy business and government.
Economically destroy,
yeah.
Wow. So
we're going to dig that grab out and play it out later on, because it was a critical comment, and I'm going to speak to one of their representatives in the next hour. But you're right, this betrays their real motives. They're trying to pretend they're sort of clean green, trying to save trees and whatever. They're actually out to destroy the system we've got.
Yeah, and they want to see the entire economic system which we've built, and we're standing on the shoulders of great people that have built this great society around us, and they're just spitting down, saying, let's tear the entire thing down. If there's one way that we're going to solve all the climate woes, it's going to be through science and technology and through more capitalism, not less.
Yeah, exactly. The taxes that pay for the research that implement the policies that combat climate change. Let's have a look at that protester now from Brisbane earlier today.
I would say to people who have, been inconvenienced by disruptions that, we are sorry for the individual inconveniences to people. It's definitely not our aim and our goal. Our goal is the economic disruption of big business and government who are, exploiting all of us and sacrificing our futures for short-term profits.
There we go, Liz. Now, I sort of heard that as economic destruction. It might have been economic disruption. We'll get some clarity, but it's pretty clear they're playing a big game here, Liz.
It's so disappointing because, I mean, they're being successful in disrupting people's days, disrupting traffic, disrupting businesses. And because of how much damage they're doing, they're getting themselves into real trouble. No one wants to take away people's right to peaceful protest, to have a say of what they want. But their focus is just completely off. They're not talking about their message. They're not talking about what they actually want to achieve. I mean, we've heard that was economic whatever she said. That's clearly a big focus. They've also said that they actively want to get arrested. They want to disrupt people. But they're not. They're not solving climate change. They're not changing the planet. And their message is not getting across because all we're hearing about is what a nuisance they're being. So I just feel like if you're going to, run a national protest campaign, can you at least be really clear on what it's for? It's ineffective protesting and it's ruining everyone else's days.
Can't you just sit in a room, smoke a bong and listen to some anarchist music? I mean, why do you have to inflict this? Liz, one encouraging sign is they're talking about a nudie run in Melbourne. This is a way to perhaps attract attention without holding up everybody else.
Well, this is the thing, like, you get attention, but you don't get attention to your message.
Exactly.
So I think they're just doing it the wrong way around, and they don't seem to mind. That's what's really, really, really disappointing. I mean, are these people actually so passionate about the cause that they say that they're fighting for and marching for? Because I'm not hearing the message. I'm just hearing the problems that it's causing.
Well, Jack, maybe they don't want to focus on their message. If their message is economic destruction or disruption of the whole system we operate under, in other words, they're attacking just about everybody, every hard-working, every working family, as we'd say, in this country. So maybe they don't want everyone to understand exactly what they're on about.
For a very good reason, because it's a very difficult question, and we're talking about reforming the entire energy grid, which is derived now around about 80% on fossil fuels, to having no emissions within the next decade. Look how long it's taken them to build a light rail here in Sydney. Are we going to do that in Australia in the next 10 years? It's very difficult, and I haven't seen anybody lay out a plan to do it that works.